starts now.
Some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net.
We need to put it out there. And you know, Pam Bondi, I don't know, when she originally made the statement, I think she was talking about documents, as I understood it, they were on her desk. I don't know that she was specific about a list or whatever, but she needs to come forward and explain that to everybody.
In a scathing Truth Social post, President Donald Trump accused some of his supporters of falling prey to a hoax, calling those who are questioning the administration's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein files, quote, weaklings. He went as far as to say that he doesn't want their support anymore. That's a quote. Last week, the Department of Justice issued a memo that said Epstein had not been murdered in prison, nor did he have an incriminating client list, contradicting some of the theories previously promoted by members of the Trump administration. The memo came months after Attorney General Pam Bondi hyped soon-to-be-released documents and suggested she had the so-called client list on her desk. She has since suggested she was referring to other documents. A great number of Republicans are pushing for more transparency on all of this. And of course, social media continues to buzz about this topic. It is a highly talked about one with much controversy as well. So that is something that we will continue to talk about here, right here on Fox 10 Live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Shelby Myers, and we are streaming again today. So if you're watching us from your smart TV or from your app, we thank you for joining us, and we hope that we have a lot to talk about today. So stay with us on all that's to come, including this story. Flash flooding has surged into the spotlight this summer. From Texas to North Carolina to the Northeast, record-breaking flood events have happened back-to-back across the country. Summer is flash flood season, when intense daytime heat can fuel thunderstorms and warm air can hold moisture. But experts say these recent events were more significant for several reasons. Along with high daytime temperatures in parts of the country, we've also seen record levels of atmospheric moisture, which helped drive heavy rainfall that led to deadly flooding in Texas and North Carolina. Summer storms also tend to move more slowly or even stall due to winds in the upper atmosphere being weaker.
And as a result, just deluging places that are not designed to handle that amount of precipitation in that short a period of time.
More than 3,000 flash flood warnings have been issued so far this year by the National Weather Service, with the current count higher than any previous year through July 14th since such records began in 1986. Well, surveillance video now from Florida shows a woman screaming as she fights a would-be kidnapper. Now, we want to warn you that this video is disturbing to watch to some. It happened June 29th in St. Johns County, that's south of Jacksonville. Wow, you can see there a man drags her to a pickup truck as she screams for help. The man has just robbed a store, and the woman is a store employee. The struggle caught the attention of another person who came in, helped the woman, and called 911. Look, she tries to run away from him right there. The would-be kidnapper drove away, but was later caught and arrested. Just absolutely horrifying video to watch. Thankfully, this ended with her getting away, but trauma nonetheless to her who had to go through just this little encounter. Thankfully, somebody stepped in and helped her. All right, we want to check in on some local stories we're working on. Our Brendan Kirby has a preview of some of those.
Shall be a major development here at the federal courthouse in Mobile in the case of Glenny McGee. He's the accused drug kingpin who prosecutors say oversaw a multi-million-dollar drug empire. His attorney, James Johnson, acknowledged in court today that he used generative artificial intelligence to produce a court filing. That court filing contains, quote, non-existent court citations, and that has thrown this case into chaos. The judge dismissed the lawyer from the case and says he will impose sanctions, although hasn't decided what those will be on the lawyer. This is a trend we've seen in the legal field. A number of lawyers have gotten in trouble for using ChatGPT and other programs like it. There was a recent case in the federal court in Huntsville over the same kind of situation. We're going to have more on this coming up at Fox 10 News at 5.
Thank you, Brendan. Now let's go ahead and take a look. More stagnant towards this area where this thunderstorm is. But there's your general center of circulation, and the movement on this is this way, pretty much taking a trip along I-10. So that means more showers and thunderstorms, of course, as we go through the evening and nighttime hours. Tomorrow, we're going to be on the other side of this thing, so we'll actually get more thunderstorms, and it's just thunderstorms. That's all it is. It's kind of the extent of impacts with the tropical moisture that we have in place right now. Of course, we'll keep you updated, though.
All right, thank you for that. A lot to keep you guys updated on, so stay with Fox News. Download our free weather app so you're up to date on every little movement, every little detail when it comes to the forecast.
We did half of that weather forecast with the weather app, so it's a useful tool.
Very nice. I love it. Myself, I have it on both of my phones, my work phone and my personal phone. All right, well, we want to share your story. You guys have sent us in so many great pictures and videos thus far. Let's keep it going. And this one is magnificent. Shirley Hallman says, beautiful sunrise this morning in Foley. Oh my gosh.
With some beautiful colors as well. A mix of clouds at different levels, giving you all those colors. Lovely stuff here. Last night was really pretty. Yesterday evening was really pretty, where we had a lot of color in the sunset, especially down at Orange Beach, Gulf Shores. A lot of lightning with some of the thunderstorms that were out there yesterday. So we got, I've seen some photos on social media of that. But thank you for sending this one in. Milton Riddlemeyer is next. A lovely view pre-sunrise, light and reflection from Gulf State Park Pier as always. Look at how flat the water is.
Yeah, very easy going out there. Nothing crazy.
And it's still pretty good right now. I'll mention that. It is still pretty good. Now, it's going to ramp up later on today, but right now it's close to flat.
Right now is the time if you want to dip your toes in the water too, but approaching as we get into tomorrow and the weekend.
Yeah, tomorrow high risk of rip currents, Friday high risk of rip currents, so it is just not going to be the best. And also to think about tomorrow, I mentioned it there, the coverage of rain is going to be a lot higher, so it's not going to be the most fun day to get out to the beach. That's where you have the alternative activities. We got a lot of questions about, do I cancel my vacation plans to a lot of folks that come down here? We got a lot of questions about that with this system. And quite honestly, is today any different than a normal summertime day? No. Tomorrow is just going to be a wet summertime day with rougher surf. So a lot of people, you hear the term, the potential development of a tropical system, and it raises a whole bunch of alarm bells. But a lot of times with these weaker systems, the impact is very minimal. In this case, there's not even a system.
And there's lots to do down there. You can go shopping at the outlets in Foley. You can go to the Gulf Coast Zoo. I mean, there are different things that you don't have to necessarily be on the beach for. When we went to the beach earlier this year, I think Monday and Tuesday were kind of hit or miss raining on us, and we still had like little increments we could get on the beach and then come back in to get out of that shower.
You will always at some point see some breaks.
So don't cancel your vacation.
Yes.
All right, Wesley Murray sends us this one from Fort Walton Beach. You were talking about the lightning strikes.
Yes, it was like really, there was a lot yesterday. Isn't that cool?
Wow.
Lots of lightning strikes out of these storms that were over the Gulf. We'll see that again today, of course. But lovely photos. Good job getting the lightning photos. Good job.
Hard to do, yeah.
Yeah, and send them in, please. Send those storm photos in. Susan, sending this one it was National Horse Day yesterday, if you remember. Maggie loves Grandma's Barbie, is what that says.
Barbie must be the horse's name.
Yes.
No, the wrong animal.
I was like, what are you doing?
So Baker loves animal sounds.
I knew where this was going. I knew completely where this was going.
You know, we do the run through. We do the pigs and the horses and, everywhere in between. So thanks for sitting in that one, and that one's cute. This comes from one of our own, Ashlyn and Claudia. They're gone for the next couple of days. You may have noticed, celebrating a huge milestone in their family. This is their younger brother, Cameron Nichols, graduating basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. That's where they're from, that area. Cameron's a private first-class soldier heading to airborne school in North Carolina and will eventually be stationed in Italy.
Yeah, and Claudia and Ashlyn say they are beyond proud of their brother and his service to our country. Congratulations, Cameron. I actually know a couple people that have gotten stationed in Italy.
Okay.
It's because we have a lot over there, so that's an interesting place to be. That'll be interesting. But congratulations, of course.
Can't wait to hear more about it from Claudia and Ashlyn, of course. And thank you so much for just choosing to go the military route and serving your country. And can't wait to see what you do and all you'll accomplish. So very cool. And thanks for sending in all of your pictures.
Yes.
Continue to do that to us.
Yeah, so send them in on the Fox 10 weather app. As always, there's going to be a lot of rain showers over the next couple of days. It's going to be a lot of lightning. It's going to be a lot of cool stuff to see. It's kind of a low impact system. It's not even a tropical system, so I almost want to say we have a little bit more fun with it. It's less stressful.
You don't have
situation.
to, you don't have to risk life and limb or whatever the
Yes.
saying is to get out and take a picture because it's not going to be quite.
Yes.
that
So in this
extreme.
case, send in your photos. We would love to see what it looks like out there. Send them in on the weather app and also fox10tv.com.
All right, we'll be right back. Thanks for joining us on wherever you're streaming us from.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us wherever you are streaming Fox 10 Live right now. This is an erotic mosaic stolen from Pompeii during World War II that's finally been returned to the site.
The mosaic was taken by a Nazi captain who oversaw Germany's military supply chain during the war in Italy.
It depicts a man reclining on a couch with a scantily clad woman standing by his side.
The Pompeii Archaeological Park says it may have been used to decorate a bedroom floor in a Roman villa.
Park officials believe it's from a time between 1st century BC and 1st century AD.
The mosaic remains brightly colored with tiles fully intact, preserved from the ash from the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD.
Wow. By World War II, when the theft occurred, many areas of Pompeii had been uncovered.
The mosaic was later given by a Nazi captain to a German citizen.
That citizen's heirs got it back to the archaeological park, and that's where we are kind of today. That's
Preservation of that, that's an impressive thing to actually see the color preserved on it
Yeah.
and see everything intact.
looks really still intact tremendously. All right, if you want to keep adding candles to your birthday cake, you might want to follow these 7 steps.
The American Heart Association is out with its Life's Simple 7 list to best position people for a healthy, longer life.
The action items are not smoking, eating well, exercising, maintaining a good weight, maintaining good blood pressure, controlled blood sugar, and managing cholesterol.
All right, so researchers looked at findings from hundreds of studies on different body systems.
They say hitting good levels and in at least 3 of the 7 resulted in fewer heart-related problems.
Strong scores on all 7 metrics showed significant benefits across the board.
There's something else that gets an honorable health mention: sawing plenty of logs.
Okay, adults should aim for at least 7 hours of sleep per night. For teens, it's a minimum of 8. I think that is the one that I would struggle with most.
Sleep?
Yes, because like I exercise all the time. Or I run all the time, I should say. I'm not a gym person, but at least I
counts.
run all the time.
Right.
And you know, it's I enjoy doing that, and I keep myself doing stuff, and I try to eat the best I can. But sleep, I'm a meteorologist. You think we're going to get sleep like that?
Not when a storm's around, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But very important things there, and it's easier said than done, but really just being active and getting good sleep, the main things, and then the rest kind of can follow. And eating well, of course. All right, food lovers, they're getting a sneak peek at new dishes that will compete at this year's Iowa State Fair.
The Iowa State Fair released the top contenders for the fair's best new food.
I'm listening. Bacon, chicken, ranch, egg roll, a scotcheroo shake, and a handball dish called Three Little Pigs.
So fairgoers will vote for their favorite among 3 finalists.
The fair runs from August 7th through the 17th.
And the annual parade will kick things off August 6th in downtown Des Moines, Iowa. Interesting. The ranch, bacon, whatever that was, I'm sold.
Yeah, sign me up for that one. All right, today is National Hot Dog Day, so we got a question for you. What is your ideal way to fix a hot dog? Toppings galore or just mustard? I was giving some examples.
I thought National Hot Dog Day was like what other day did I not like? Was okay, wait, Mac and Cheese Day.
There's been a lot. National Horse Day was recently. There's always a day for everything.
It's National Hot Dog Month. Okay.
Okay.
Why is there a month? Anyways. All right, let's move on. So Debbie and Buddy Vic, mustard and sauerkraut. My husband, ketchup and a little mayo.
Okay.
Okay, that's sauerkraut. I've definitely. When's the last time I had sauerkraut?
I don't love sauerkraut. It's good for your gut health, though.
I feel like it was something where I used to not like sauerkraut. I think I'd like it a little better now.
I've tried it. I'm not a big fan. But I do like mine all the way, pretty much a hot dog. Penny Jennings says grilled Nathan's hot dogs. That's my favorite. Bun, mustard, mayo, Wolf brand chili,
there you go,
grated cheese topped with chopped white onions.
There you go.
That used to be a weekly meal in our house. Nathan's hot dogs on a bun with onions, chili, and cheese. And then you could add mayo, whatever else you wanted to it.
Yeah. Leanne says grilled Oscar Mayer hot dog, almost burnt.
Yes.
Okay.
I like it almost burnt as well.
On a lightly buttered toasted bun, add Hellman's mayo, spicy brown mustard, dill relish, finely chopped purple onions, and a little shredded lettuce and cheddar cheese. You're almost making a burger at that point. Plus, here's the thing, homemade chili or Wolf brand lean beef chili. A wonderful addition, served with Lay's potato chips and homemade ranch dip.
That's a full.
Sounds well put together. That is really well put together.
That's a good one. I like all of that.
See, now this is I can accept it if it has a lot of stuff on it. I don't like the plain.
You don't like plain?
I am not a plain because it has
That's
to
like me.
I want to forget that I'm eating a hot dog because I don't really like.
Yeah, because if you sit there and think about hot dogs,
Yes, no,
they're not the most healthiest thing for you, so I'm with you. I agree. Ken Johnson said wrap it with bacon, cook in Pit Boss using hickory pellets. When done, melt some cheese on them, put in a bun, and top with mustard.
I would take that. There you go. You wrap it in bacon. I can't see it. Heather Walker Spears, burnt hot dog on a bun with Manwich Sloppy Joe meat on top. That's not bad either. You haven't had that Manwich Sloppy Joe meat?
It's been a long time.
I mean, it has been a long time for me too, but it's not bad.
No.
At least I don't remember it being
I just
bad.
don't know if I'd want on my hot dog. But teach their own.
Cover the hot dog. You gotta mask it.
All right, Chris Nichols Jopling says, gotta be ballpark beef franks.
Okay.
Next, loaded with homemade chili, cheese, relish, chopped purple onion, mayo, mustard, and some cilantro. Okay, that's a little different topping.
Okay.
All the rest, I like all that. I would eat that as well.
Purple onion versus white onion. Purple
I like
onion.
the white for my hot dog, but I'm usually a purple onion girl. Anything Mexican, I want a purple onion.
Yes, and the difference being, I mean, isn't the purple onion milder, right?
A little bit, not a whole lot, but there's just a little bit of difference.
Yeah, no, definitely my opinion is I do not want just bare. I need, and I also notice burnt. I find that really interesting.
Yep, I love them burnt too.
Really
Especially when you
go
do
for
them like s'mores and you're doing hot dogs at night over the fire and you can get them burnt to a crisp. It's just got that little extra crunch.
Okay. Again, every single time we're like, oh, we're having hot dogs, I'm like, I'll see you later.
Yeah. If they're fixed up the right way, they're pretty tasty.
Exactly.
All right, you can still weigh in on this question on our social media pages, on the Fox 10 Facebook page or my Facebook page as well. Look at those storm clouds.
Yeah, they're popping up everywhere, so maybe grab the rain gear if you're heading out this afternoon. We'll have more coming up.
All right, good to be prepared ahead of this system that's coming in, and you guys are going to keep us updated on all the details.
Thankfully it's behaving and it's calm. I mean, it's a rainstorm essentially, periods of rain off and on. Grab the rain gear. There could be some flooding. We'll keep you updated, of course.
All right, thanks so much for joining us on Fox 10 Live. We will see you tomorrow.